been forever since we videoed. Long story short, we've got a lot going on. But we have a big debate in our house, and that is Kyle Pitts versus Patrick Surtain,
or any defensive player.
Any defensive player. So more so offense versus defense for the draft at number 10, or as John wants to say, at number 4. So I'm going to let you go first.
I'll let you go first.
Okay, fine.
All right, so wait. So we're debating right now. Okay, the debate's going to be is whether we should trade up to number 4, right?
Trade up to number 4 to get
swap
Kyle
with the Falcons.
Pitts, or stick with number 10.
And with that trade, we would have to give up the 44th pick, our 10, 44, and a mid-round pick, correct?
Yes.
To move up to number 4 with the Falcons to get the man that Jerry Jones is infatuated with, and that most of Dallas Cowboys fans are infatuated with.
You're pretty much debating already now.
Basically.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Anyway, so you go first.
Okay. So my argument is, and don't get me wrong, I'm going to disclaim it, not saying that Kyle Pitts is not an extraordinary player, that we should not get him at all. But I don't think where we are in a team right now, should we move up to get Kyle Pitts.
Why is that?
Okay, let's break it down. For the past how many years have we struggled on defense? And we always kept saying we're going to address defense, but we never addressed defense.
Okay.
So now you have a top 10 pick where you can get a solid defensive player, and why give that up to move up to get Kyle Pitts when we don't need Kyle Pitts?
And
we need a defensive player. We don't need Kyle Pitts.
And when you say defensive player, what position? Who
I would say either a corner, a safety, or a linebacker. Of those 3. But, of course...
Well, there is no safety.
There is no safety coming out. So
there is, but he's not, later in the rounds.
Not at number 10. At number 10, you're looking at Patrick Surtain, J.C. Horn, or Micah Parsons.
Right.
Those are your 3 top picks. I just think that this is where we need to address the defense.
Here's my thing. You're saying that we need defense. You want to go defense,
yes,
right?
I want to go defense.
You're not happy with the way defense has been for the past couple of years. Now, the Cowboys defense, yes, they are bad. There are picks that we had last year that did not see the playing field. There's a lot of... Listen, there is talent on the defense. Was it last year? Was it a scheme thing? Or was it that we didn't have the players on the defense? So we're definitely going to see that this year. But, again, how much... I don't know how to break this down. How dependent are you on this defense? Like, for example, the Bucs and the Chiefs defense. The game has changed. Their defense is... The Bucs ranked number 8 and the Chiefs ranked number 11 on defense. Right? The game is changed now to an aerial type passing style game. Okay. Can you put up points? Our offense, yes.
But have we not already put up points?
We can. Okay.
Okay, so it's an okay.
Are you okay? Are you okay with Blake Jarvin coming off that ACL tear?
Yes.
And you're okay with Schultz?
I'm okay with Schultz.
If we draft Pitts, is he starting right away over those guys?
Oh, yes, he will. He has to.
Is Pitts a generational talent?
Yes, he is.
And can anyone outscore us in the league if we added Kyle Pitts to his offense?
Can anybody outscore us?
Right.
Well, if you don't have a corner, because now didn't you just say it's an aerial game?
It is an aerial game.
You have an aerial game. So is Kyle Pitts going to stop Is Kyle Pitts going to stop Tom Brady?
But we do have players on the team. We have a Diggs on one side.
Anthony Brown.
We have Anthony Brown. We have Jordan Lewis. We added Kazi at safety. We have Donovan Wilson at safety. We do have a formidable secondary, and that's not including. If we do trade those picks, we do have later round picks to add another corner or another safety, and there is still free agents. There is still Richard Sherman. I believe Hayward is still out there. We need to.
So Jordan Lewis
we need
and
to move up and get
Anthony Brown.
picks.
So Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown are going to stop.
Look,
you are confident in Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown.
I do.
I have complete confidence.
I have confidence.
You have complete
But I also
confidence.
believe that we can acquire a corner during the draft.
But you have seen it. We've seen it. We've seen.
All I'm saying is, is your top 10? Is your 10 pick? Your 10 pick? You believe is going to come in here and make the Cowboys a top 5 defense when you don't need a top 5 defense?
Okay, but we're already a top 5 offense.
The Bucs.
Do we need Pitts to make us a top 3 offense?
Who's gonna score with us? The Chiefs.
Everybody.
Okay, the number 2.
You don't have. Okay,
first
of all.
The number 2. Wait, let me finish.
Let
me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish my thing.
Okay.
The Bucs finished what in offense, and the Chiefs finished number 1. The Bucs finished like maybe 7 or 8, and the Chiefs finished number 1. Where was those two teams in the Super Bowl?
Okay.
Where was the Chiefs in the Super Bowl?
But where are their defense? 8 and what? 11.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. You don't need a top 5 defense.
Their defense. But where's our defense?
Right.
Where was our? What was Cowboys? Tell me, what was Cowboys' ranked defense last year?
We had a scheme problem.
But what was our? And the year before that. The year before that. When you didn't have a scheme problem.
I can't remember. I just know we've had, yes.
So the thing
I do agree with you. I do agree with you, yes.
So you need to address at least stop. We can't even stop people. You don't have a good run defense. But bringing in a corner that plays like Patrick Surtain, who can play man-to-man and can guard the receivers, buys you time for our weaker defense to at least get to them.
How are you going to stop the run with drafting a corner? How does that help stopping the run? I understand that you can get a better pass rush.
But how are you going to stop the run drafting Kyle Pitts?
So you're saying, unless you're trying to tell me that you want to go first corner and then second defensive tackle.
Either way, you need a defensive player. But you're not
going to stop the run by getting Surtain at 10.
You're right.
You're not going to have a top 5 defense.
But like you said, we can get a second-round player, defensive tackle, or defensive player, second-round player. But you're giving that up for Pitts. You're giving up at first and pretty much 2 defensive players for 1 offensive player that is not in need.
He's a generational talent. Shout out to Knicks, by the way. Generational talent.
He's just not in need. I see what you're saying. I'm not. Listen, like I said, I'm not dissing the fact that if we got Kyle Pitts, just like CeeDee Lamb, we didn't need CeeDee Lamb. But when he was there, you don't pass up that opportunity. So if Pitts was there, then I would say you don't pass up that opportunity.
But do you see what's happening in the NFL right now at the tight end position? It's game changing right now. George Kittle, the 2 teams in the Super Bowl have 2 of the best tight ends in the game, in Robert Gronkowski and in Travis Kelce. Pitts is those guys times 2. All I'm saying is there's been no tight end prospect in 1970 that's proposably going as high as Pitts is supposed to go in the draft in top 5. I mean, what does that tell you right there? This guy is generational. He's gonna be. I'm not claiming he's a Hall of Famer right away, but I will say that he's gonna be a big time player for many years to come, and he's gonna hurt a lot of teams. And I want him in the silver and blue. I am willing to trade our first, second, and a mid-round pick to go acquire that kind of talent because he's generational. He's a mismatch. The game has changed from hard-nosed running and playing good defense. The game is now, can we air you out? And can we put up points with you?
You're not winning in the trenches, but
I understand what you're saying about grabbing a defensive player and in the top 2 picks, but is that going to put us top 5 defense? We don't need a top 5 defense.
But you need a solid defense.
We have a...
Do we have a solid defense?
If we were to go...
Do we have a consistent defense? If we had a consistent defense...
What are we missing right now on defense?
My thing is, okay, if we had signed Richard Sherman, we signed a safety, we signed Kazi, if we had signed Richard Sherman, we signed Brett Urban, that's his name, right? Defensive tackle. Those are decent signings, but if we had signed a Richard Sherman, if we signed a nice, decent, if we got KJ Wright, if we had got Richard Sherman and KJ Wright, if we got just those 2 players alone, I would say go for it. Get Kyle Pitts. Because then you filled voids with solid free agents. Last year we got free agents, but they were solid. And right now, all the free agents we're signing are all 1-year deals.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
So what's going to happen after that? You're going to go back to the draft again. I completely
understand the fan, and I completely understand your side of, yes, going defense in the first 2 picks. My thing is that going to make you a formidable defense, just grabbing 1-2 players? I mean, look, last year we have a lot of players that we drafted that haven't. Neville Gallimore, Bradley Anai, Reggie Robinson, Francis Bernard at linebacker. These are guys that we have in the defense that did not have enough reps last year in the offseason. And the scheme, like Jalen Smith said, they couldn't understand. It was too complex for them. Now with Quinn coming in, do we need that much talent? Do you think that the players we have on the roster can understand and excel in this new scheme? We have yet to see Jalen play in this scheme. Why not take a chance?
Yeah, but even Jalen in a scheme or no scheme, you've already seen him decline from years prior to this.
Well, yeah, he looks like he has a problem running down.
I believe Dan Quinn coming in is going to change a little bit of the culture of that defense, and those players that we have, will excel. My question is now to you is, okay, say we do this Kyle Pitts. Say we do it. What do you do with Schultz and what do you do with Blake Jarwin? Blake Jarwin just signed a contract.
He's coming off an ACL tear.
Okay.
Very concerning for a big guy like him and his size.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's hard to come back from those injuries. Schultz. I mean, Schultz is Schultz. I mean, he's not no Kyle Pitts. I mean,
He's not Kyle Pitts.
If you got Kyle
Nobody's
Pitts,
Kyle
bye
Pitts.
to Schultz. I'll trade him around for a late pick or just release him. I mean, I'm not worried. Yes, we get Blake Jarwin a contract, but if you look at the contract details, we can get out of there without a big hit. I mean, listen. All I'm saying is, I know people will probably think I'm crazy, and a lot of people will have your stance on yes, we do need a defense, but all I'm saying is the game is changing, and we do have a great offense, but we can even be greater with Pitts. I mean, I wish people could see what I'm seeing. If we have Pitts in this offense, it's gonna be unstoppable. You'll be putting up 40 a game with ease. And the thing is too that I'm okay with is if you have that type of offense, you do not need a top 5 defense.
No, you don't need
right?
a top 5.
You need a decent mid-tier defense. Yeah. And if you look at the roster right now as we stand, you can make the argument that we can finish within 15, 20. We're not as bad as people think we are depth-wise. And the reason is because last year we didn't see the young guys play. No. There's a lot of potential in Reggie Robinson. There's a lot of potential in Brady and Knight. There's a lot of potential in Nelvin Gallimore. We got Tristan Hill coming back. Francis Bernard. We picked Donovan Wilson is strong. We got a shutdown corner in Diggs. We have a shutdown corner in Diggs. My argument is that you do not need. You could use it. You could use a Surtain. I mean, Diggs and Surtain together. I believe two Bama corners.
That's going to be a great chemistry.
Surtain is pro ready. I understand the argument, but what I'm saying is drafting Surtain and maybe second in the second round pick you draft another safety. You take a defensive lineman. Is that going to put you in a top 5 defense? Do you need that? Do you need a top 5 defense?
You don't need a top 5, but you need a better defense than what we have now.
If you can put up points with Pitts, like I believe we can.
Like I said, I am all for Pitts, but at the right price of what we need. Like I said, I can't see us giving up a 10 pick and a second round pick for just Pitts alone and not being able to add more to our defense.
These guys don't come around every draft.
But like I said, like the same thing with CeeDee Lamb. We loved CeeDee Lamb last year. We said we didn't even think he would fall to us, but he did. And if you do, you take a player like that. That's what I would see with Pitts. I doubt Pitts would.
So who is your pick right now? They pick at 10. So you do not believe in trading the first and second round pick to go up to 4 with the Falcons. No. Which there is rumors that there's rumors saying the Cowboys were interested with the Patriots going up to 4, and that Jerry Jones was infatuated with Kyle Pitts. Mm-hmm. Now, do we honestly 100% believe that will happen? With Stephen Jones running the team?
No, I don't think he will.
But if I was running the team, and what I think they should do is acquire Pitts. Get that 4th pick and get your generational talent and put up 40 a game. The game's changed. The game has changed. It's an air-it-out type of game. The Chiefs proved that to you, and a lot of people are saying, oh, the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl, and look what the Bucs defense did. Well, the Chiefs were missing two or three top offensive linemen. If they had those linemen in the game to stop Pierre Paul and Shaq Barrett and them guys, it would have been a different completely ballgame. So I believe I would go get Pitts, generational talent. The game has changed. We've seen Dak improve on his deep throws down the field over the years have gone by. So yeah, I would do the trade. I would want to acquire Pitts through the 10.
But like you said, if this was Jerry Jones's team, truly Jerry Jones' team, we would have done it. We would have done it. But it's not. It's Stephen Jones' team. And if you see the culture now, everything is trying to build through the draft, trying to build young.
I'll give you that.
That's what we're trying to do. That's why I know I know that's what's going to end up happening. Is that we're not going to
sit still?
Yeah, we're going to sit still. And I believe, you know what I feel like? You never know. You never know with draft. But what I feel like is going to happen is it's going to come down to draft day. All of a sudden, Jerry Jones is going to be like, oh shit, we should go get Pitts. He's going to start doing that, and you never know. We might end up going for Pitts. You never know.
But you would not be happy with
that. No.
There you go. There you go. All you fans.
I said, I will be happy.
I want a defensive player. But if you get Pitts, they're all going to be like, oh.
I will be happy. No, I will be happy. I told you, I am fine with Pitts.
What happened to your defensive
players?
But
I would not be upset. I would be like, oh man, I wish we got a Patrick Surtain. But listen, I'm going to get a Kyle Pitts jersey. I'll get a Kyle Pitts jersey.
Where's J Tuck? See? When everybody,
hey, women are wishy-washy.
Everybody's
I'm gonna go with
everybody's on. Oh, we don't want to trade for Pitts, but if Pitts gets drafted, we're gonna see all the 84s or whatever.
Well, of course, nobody wants to give up so much talent, but I think that we need defense.
You're big on the defense.
I'm big on the defense.
But like I said,
I'm an offensive player. You know that. I like my running
you're
backs.
offensive player.
I've
You're
always
an
been
offensive
an
player.
offensive
You're an
player.
offensive fan.
I'm an offensive fan, but I just think to put us over the edges, we just need to get that defense going.
And my argument is that we do have talent on this roster. Have we done good in free agency? No. I give us like a D, a C or D. I would give us in free agency. Keanu Neal and Kazi probably just the two, and they're coming off serious injuries, right? Mm-hmm. So that's never 100% a sure thing. Do we have defensive talent that has yet to be seen? Yes. Are we banking on a lot of Randy Gregory this year? Mm-hmm. Yes. Tristan Hill has got to show us something. Gallimore, LVE's got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
You know, I understand the concern for defense, but again, the game is changing. I don't need a top 5 defense. I need a middle tier defense, and I'll take a unstoppable offense all day because I believe the game's changed. No more when we were growing up and going through the Bill Parcells era where it's just hard-nosed run football and play solid defense like all those Ravens teams where they would excel playing front. You need an offense now. The Chiefs and the Bucs are examples of you need a powerhouse. You need a tight end. You need receivers. I mean, those two teams that made the Super Bowl, they didn't even utilize their running backs, the way we want to. So I just think the game's changing, and it's an aerial style game, and I just believe Pitts is just generational. Like, these guys don't come around every so often. Like I said again, it's been a while since a tight end has been such a high prospect, and he's believed to go in the top 5.
So my thing is,
and I would do the trade. I would trade my first and second.
Okay, if we do the trade, if we get Kyle Pitts, like I said, I will not be mad if we get Kyle Pitts.
Right.
I won't be mad. But I think that if we do that, which is fine. Now that I don't mind. I don't mind. But if we do that, like I said, we should have signed KJ Wright, or at least signed Richard Sherman.
Understand.
At least sign Richard Sherman. Give us a little.
You do like Richard Sherman.
Give us a little.
You want a veteran player?
Veteran. I was going to say seniority. Give us a little veteran player. Give us somebody that's been there and played at a high level to get to the Super Bowl.
Familiarity with Quinn.
With Quinn.
That's because
that's the biggest thing. I think, you know what? I think because we haven't seen the defense play and Dan Quinn is new this year, that's what kind of makes me a little wishy-washy on that trade. Because we don't know what we're getting out of the defense. If I could say this is what we've had for the defense and we added a couple players to solidify it more, okay, go for Kyle Pitts. But we don't know what we're going to get out of the defense this year.
Yeah, this draft, the defensive, there was no really big super like a Chase Young coming out of this. Like, if there was a Chase Young in this draft, and we were here at 10, and we are a couple more defensive players that I think that could take us over the top, yeah, but, I mean, adding Patrick Surtain, he's going to be a great player, and I would love to have him. I wouldn't mind, because I love Alabama corners. She knows we made a video last year before the draft on Diggs. And I wouldn't have a problem if they do go that way, but I just don't believe he takes us into an elite status that we really need when I could use those picks and go get Pitts and still acquire defense throughout the draft.
All right, guys. So pretty much that is our argument. So like we're gonna say, this is Jerry Jones. I'm Stephen Jones. He's going all out. I'm being conservative. So we'll see who wins this debate, and we may not even win this debate. For all we know, Cowboys might do something else completely different.
They might go with Sewell or one of these top offensive linemen. They might switch it up on everybody.
You never know. We might end up going with linebacker or some random player that we don't even know. So we'll see what happens. Anything's possible on draft day. Anything is possible. Like we said, we can only give our opinions of what we want, what we think is best for the team. But again, we're not getting paid the big bucks to do what's best for the team. Right. We're just there to watch
If we did, we'd acquire all the big name in free agency.
Yeah, we'd probably be broke. Our checks would probably bounce by then. But anyways, I want to apologize because we have been MIA doing videos. It's mainly, a lot of it is my fault. I am a nurse, so with everything going on, it's been crazy. I work crazy hours. But John's been holding it down for us on a lot of the channels. He's been doing a couple podcasts with, of course, Nix and Spoonie from Star Gang.
Yeah, shout out to my guys.
And shout out to Jay Tuck from Cowboys
fans
only. We love you guys. Thank you guys for having us. We would love to hear from any of you guys. Just let us know what you guys think, who you want to see on draft day. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, on Facebook. We are definitely heavy on Twitter, so definitely follow us there. We'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.